Hello, I'm Jacqueline McInnes Wood, and welcome back to my official channel.
Hey guys, Jacqueline McInnes Wood here, and welcome back to my official channel. I am running on fumes right now. I have been staring at my computer screen for what feels like 10 hours straight. My coffee is completely ice cold. My eyes are burning, but I just had to get on here and type this all out. I have a massive deadline approaching, and my editor is probably going to scream at me for the grammar in this article, but I do not care. I just do not care right now because the information I just got is so explosive and so insane that I have to just dump it all on the page before my brain completely short circuits. So do not expect perfect flow here. Do not expect fancy vocabulary. Just read the words, because The Bold and the Beautiful is about to deliver a plot twist that is going to shatter the entire foundation of the show. And I am typing furiously to get this out to you. So let us just set the stage for a minute. You all know what has been going on lately. The corporate war, the massive, ugly, petty corporate war between the Logans and the Forresters. Katie Logan Spencer and Bill Spencer have been working around the clock to launch the Logan Fashion House. They secured Eric Forrester's design. They were ready to make a huge splash in the industry. Katie was finally going to step out of the shadows and be a powerhouse. But Brooke, Logan Forrester, and Ridge Forrester just could not let that happen. They could not stand to see Katie win. So they crashed the press conference. They barged right into Katie's fashion preview and sabotaged the whole thing. They completely derailed the event. And they stood there looking so smug, Ridge with that arrogant dressmaker smirk on his face, thinking he had won, thinking he had crushed Bill Spencer. But that is the thing about Bill. You do not back Dollar Bill into a corner. You just do not do it. Because when Bill gets mad, he gets even, and he digs deep. It crafted, and Bill was digging. He was digging for anything he could use to destroy Ridge. He wanted to wipe that smug look right off Ridge's face. He wanted to humiliate the Forrester family on a global scale. And somehow, by some absolute miracle of soap opera fate, Bill stumbled onto something. He got his hands on some old hospital medical records. I am talking decades old. Dusty, forgotten files that someone definitely tried to bury. Maybe someone paid off a doctor years ago. Maybe a nurse hid them. I do not know the exact logistics yet, but Bill found them. He found the paperwork. And what he saw in those files changed everything. It is the kind of secret that makes your stomach drop, because the files were about Thomas Forrester, Ridge's golden boy, the heir to the Forrester throne, the lead designer, the son that Ridge raised and loved and protected through every single crazy scandal. But the medical records proved a horrifying truth. Thomas is not Ridge's son. He is not a Forrester. He does not have a single drop of Forrester blood in his veins. Thomas is the biological son of Deacon Sharp. Yes, read that again. I had to read it a dozen times myself. Deacon Sharp, the bad boy of Los Angeles, the guy who runs Il Giardino, the guy who is currently married to Sheila Carter, the guy who slept with Brooke and fathered Hope, that Deacon Sharp. He is Thomas's real father. And the implications of this are so massive that my head is literally spinning while I type this. So let us just unpack the absolute hypocrisy of Taylor Hayes for a second, because this all falls on Taylor. Taylor is the one who gave birth to Thomas. Taylor is the one who lied to Ridge for decades. For years and years and years, Taylor has sat on her high horse. She has judged Brooke Logan for every single mistake. She called Brooke the slut of the valley. She ripped Brooke apart for sleeping with Deacon and getting pregnant with Hope. Taylor acted like she was the moral compass of the entire universe. But the whole time, the entire time she was judging Brooke, Taylor was hiding the exact same dirty secret. She slept with Deacon, she got pregnant, and she passed the baby off as Ridge's. She let Ridge raise another man's child. And not just any man, Deacon Sharp, the man Ridge despises more than anyone else on the planet. And you have to look at what is happening right now in the show to fully appreciate how crazy this timing is. Because right now, literally this very week, Taylor and Deacon are sneaking around together. They're having a full-blown affair. Steffi went on a camping trip with Finn and the kids. She left Taylor alone at the Cliff House, and Taylor immediately invited Deacon over to hit the sheets. They were in bed together, stripped down, getting passionate, and then Sheila kicks the bedroom door down with a butcher knife. Sheila thought she heard Taylor groaning in pain and wanted to save her, but it was pleasure. And Deacon had to literally jump out of a second-story window completely naked to escape. He climbed down the side of the house in his birthday suit and hid in the bushes, freezing his butt off. He left his clothes inside. He left an Il Giardino pizza box on the counter. And Sheila is already getting suspicious. She is already putting the puzzle pieces together. But think about that. Taylor and Deacon are hooking up right now, and they share a grown son. Did Deacon know? Did Taylor ever tell him? Or has Deacon been completely in the dark this whole time too? Does Deacon have a son out there that he never knew about? A son who grew up in mansions while Deacon was in and out of prison? It is just wild. It is so wild, I cannot even process it. So let us go back to the press conference. The Logan fashion show launch. Brooke and Ridge have just crashed it. They have just sabotaged Katie. The room is full of reporters. The cameras are flashing. The fashion world is watching. And Ridge is standing there acting like he owns the world. But then Bill Spencer steps up to the microphone. Bill has that cold, calculating look in his eyes. He is holding a manila folder, the medical files, and Bill does not hesitate. He does not pull any punches. He just drops the nuclear bomb right there on live television. Bill looks right at Ridge and he tells the whole world. He tells the reporters, the buyers, the fashion critics, the family. He says that the Forrester legacy is a lie. He says that Ridge Forrester is a fool who has been played for decades by the precious Dr. Taylor Hayes. And then he reads the medical records. He announces that Thomas Forrester is actually Thomas Sharp. He exposes Taylor's sins to the entire planet. He strips away every ounce of dignity the Forrester family has left. And the reaction, oh my God, the reaction. I can just see the scene playing out in my head. The absolute dead silence in the room before the reporters start screaming questions. The flashbulbs going off like crazy. Katie standing there in shock. Brooke gasping and putting her hand over her mouth. Bill standing tall, soaking in the destruction he just caused. But Ridge, we have to talk about Ridge, because Ridge completely breaks down. This is not just a scandal for him. This is the destruction of his identity as a father. Ridge raised Thomas. He taught Thomas how to design. He protected Thomas when Thomas was doing terrible things. He always believed in his boy. And to find out that his boy is the blood of his enemy, it is a psychological collapse. Ridge just crumbles. You can imagine the sweat on his forehead, the color draining from his face, the tears welling up in his eyes. He cannot speak. He cannot breathe. Everything he thought he knew about his life, about his family, about the woman he loved is a complete and total lie. Deacon Sharp's blood is running through the Forrester Company, the worst crisis in the history of the family. And what happens next? Where does Ridge even go from here? He is going to want to kill Deacon. He is going to want to literally end Deacon's life. But Deacon is already running for his life from Sheila. Deacon is already hiding in bushes without any clothes on. And now Ridge is going to be hunting him down too. It is a bloodbath waiting to happen. And let us talk about the ripple effects, because this secret touches every single character on the canvas. Steffi Forrester Finnegan. Steffi just got home from her camping trip. She walked into the Cliff House and found the bedroom door kicked in. She screamed at Taylor for putting the family in danger. She confronted Deacon. She is terrified of what Sheila is going to do. And now On top of all that stress, Steffi is going to find out that her brother is not her full brother. Thomas is a sharp. Steffi's whole identity is wrapped up in being a forester. She defends her family fiercely, and now her brother is the son of the town pariah and Hope Logan Spencer. Hope is already having a panic attack this week. Sheila cornered Hope and interrogated her about that fake dinner date with Deacon. Hope stumbled through her lies. She was awkward. She made Sheila even more suspicious. Hope is terrified that Sheila is going to murder Deacon when she finds out about the affair. Hope even called her brother Deke over to panic about it. But now Hope is going to find out that Thomas is her half brother. Thomas and Hope share a father. Let that sink in. Just let that marinate in your brain for a second. Thomas and Hope, the two people who were married, the two people who co-parent Douglas, they are siblings. It is sick. It is twisted. It is the most messed up family tree in the history of television. How is Hope going to handle that? She is happily remarried to Liam right now. Fans are even speculating that Annika Noel might be pregnant in real life because of her baggy clothes, and that Hope might have another baby with Liam. But this Thomas news is going to send Hope straight into a mental institution. And Thomas himself, Thomas is living in Paris right now with Douglas. He is away from the drama. He is just doing his thing, and he is going to get a phone call, or he is going to turn on the news and see Bill Spencer exposing his entire life to the world. Thomas is going to realize he is not a forester. He has no claim to the company. He is a sharp. All those years he spent trying to prove himself to Ridge, trying to be worthy of the forester name, it was all for nothing. He is the son of a criminal. He is the son of the guy who makes pizzas at Il Giardino. Thomas's ego is going to shatter into a million tiny pieces. And Sheila, we cannot forget about Sheila Carter. Sheila is already a ticking time bomb. She left the Cliff House after seeing Taylor, but she saw the discarded men's clothes. She saw the pizza box. She is putting the clues together. By next week, Sheila is going to figure out that Deacon is the one sleeping with Taylor. She is going to revert to her most sinister self. She is planning a psychological revenge plot to mess with their heads. But when Bill Spencer drops this paternity bomb, when Sheila finds out that her husband not only cheated on her with Taylor, but actually has a grown son with Taylor, Sheila is going to lose whatever tiny shred of sanity she has left. She might not just play mind games anymore. She might go straight back to the butcher knife. She might burn the Cliff House to the ground. And Brooke is standing right there at the press conference when Bill drops the news. Brooke just walked in on her son RJ making out with Electra in the design office. She was happy for RJ. She was supporting him. She was ready to destroy Katie's company. But now Brooke has to watch Ridge completely fall apart. And Brooke is going to realize that Taylor, the woman who tormented her for decades about Deacon, did the exact same thing. Brooke is going to feel so vindicated, but she is also going to be horrified for Ridge, because Ridge is the love of her life, and Ridge's heart is completely broken. And what about the minor characters? They are all going to be dragged into this mess. Ivy Forrester is busy running her little schemes. She stole Electra's letter. She manipulated Will and Electra's breakup. She is pushing Electra toward RJ. And Melissa Dillon is keeping Ivy secret because she wants Will for herself. Dillon even told Will she loves him. Daphne Rose is hoping she is pregnant with Carter Walton's baby while keeping Ivy's secret too. All these little office dramas are happening. But none of it matters now because the Forrester company is about to implode. The stock is going to tank. The brand is going to be associated with lies and scandal. Katie and Bill's Logan Fashion House might actually win the war by default, simply because the Forrester name is completely ruined by this Thomas revelation. I am just typing and my hands are literally shaking because you have to think about the history. You have to think about how many times Ridge looked at Thomas and saw himself, how many times Ridge defended Thomas when Thomas was obsessed with Hope. Ridge defended Thomas because Thomas was his blood, but he wasn't. He was Deacon's blood. The bad boy genes were in Thomas all along. That is why Thomas did all those crazy things. That is why Thomas kept secrets. It is the Sharp DNA. It all makes sense now. The writers have literally rewritten decades of history with one medical file. And Bill Spencer, you have to hand it to the guy. He is ruthless. He could have taken Ridge aside privately. He could have shown Ridge the files in an office, but no. Bill wanted maximum damage. He wanted the cameras rolling. He wanted the world to see Ridge cry. He wanted to break Ridge in front of everyone. Bill is protecting his family. He is protecting Katie and Will. Will has been fighting with RJ at the office. Will has been angry about the stolen designs. But now Will is going to see his dad completely annihilate the Forrester family. Bill just proved that he is the ultimate apex predator in Los Angeles. So what is Taylor going to do? Taylor is going to have to face the music. She is going to have to look Ridge in the eye and explain why she lied for 30 years. She is going to have to explain how she could sleep with Deacon Sharp. And she is going to have to do it while she is currently sleeping with Deacon Sharpie again. It is the ultimate humiliation. Taylor's career as a world-renowned psychiatrist is over. Who is going to take advice from a woman who hid a paternity secret for decades? Who is going to trust her? Steffi is going to disown her. Ridge is going to hate her. Thomas is going to be disgusted by her. Taylor is going to have absolutely no one left, except maybe Deacon. If Sheila doesn't kill him first, and Deacon, poor, stupid, naked Deacon, hiding in the bushes, he is going to find out he is a father again. He is going to find out he has a son who is a millionaire fashion designer. Deacon always wanted to be part of the wealthy elite. He always wanted to be respected. And now he finds out his flesh and blood is the heir to Forrester Creations. But it is all crashing down. I am so exhausted. I have been typing this raw stream of consciousness for what feels like an eternity. But I had to get every single thought out. I had to analyze every single angle, because this is the biggest spoiler I have ever reported on. Thomas is Deacon's son. Bill exposed it at the Logan fashion show. Ridge is completely broken. Taylor is exposed as a massive hypocrite, and the Forrester family is facing their darkest days. I do not know how they are going to recover from this. I really don't. The writers have painted themselves into a corner of pure, unadulterated chaos, and I am here for it. I am so here for it. But right now, I need to hit publish. I need to send this to my editor before I pass out on my keyboard. The grammar is probably terrible. The sentences are clunky, but the truth is out there. The raw, unfiltered truth. So buckle up, B&B fans, because the next few weeks are going to be a bumpy ride. The fallout from this press conference is going to dominate the show for months. We are going to see tears. We are going to see fistfights. We are going to see Sheila probably swinging that butcher knife again. And we are going to see Bill Spencer sitting on his throne, laughing at the destruction of his enemies. I am logging off now. I need sleep. I need a new coffee. And I need to process the fact that Thomas Forrester is actually Thomas Sharp. It is just too much. It is way too much. But that is why we watch the soaps, right? For the drama, for the absolute mind-blowing, crazy drama. All right, I am done. I am actually done typing now. Sending this to the site. Read it and weep, Forrester fans. The Logan era has officially